Hey, if you're new to reading the Bible and you have no idea where to start, I've got some suggestions for you. So just save this video, and if you want to skip to the end to get my specific reading recommendations, you can. But I wanted to explain a little bit about the Bible first, since we're going to be skipping around a little bit, just so you kind of understand the background of where we're going with it. So, the Bible that we have today, the Christian Bible, is broken up into the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament, those books were written, and then there was a 400-year gap of silence before any new books were written. Our Old Testament is very similar to the Jewish Bible, and we have a lot of the same books. So these first 5 books are referred to by Jews as the Torah. They're the books of Moses. So we start out in Genesis, and it kind of explains how sin entered the world. And then we start following Abraham. Abraham receives a promise from God saying that he and his wife will conceive a son, and that son will become a great nation. Now, him and his wife are super old, and they don't believe that's going to happen, right? And then what happens is Abraham and his wife come up with a plan to fulfill God's promise for him. And so Sarah, Abraham's wife, takes her Egyptian maid and gives her to Abraham as a concubine. Now listen, just because it's in the Bible doesn't mean that God is okay with it. He's just telling what happened, right? So this results in the son Ishmael. But then later on, Abraham does have a child by his elderly wife, Sarah, whose name is Isaac. And even after, if this is the only thing that you get from this study, if you decide to walk away from the Bible after that, it's really important that you understand this story, because this is currently impacting the world today. So the family of Abraham through Isaac becomes the 12 tribes of Israel, becomes the nation of Israel. The same Israel we have today, the same Jewish people we have today, right? So Abraham was born around 2000 BC, and then all of these books were written down by Moses in about 1300 BC, okay? And that's the Jewish religion. Then around 30 AD, Jesus is crucified, and Christians believe that Jesus is the fulfillment of the Messiah that's spoken about in the Old Testament. So then Christianity comes around 30 AD, right? And then around 650 AD, I'm not going to say his name because I think it's disrespectful to their religion, but the Prophet of Islam receives from his God, who they call Allah, the Quran. And what they decide is that they are descendants of Ishmael, going all the way back 2000 BC.